H.E.H. Productions.
Yeah, H.E.H. Productions.
What's up? What's up? It's your boy DJ Gutter checking in again, speaking on G Unit. I remember, man, when 50 first came on, 50 was with all the real niggas, he was dropping that real shit, nothing but heat. Back to back, yeah, Bang with Smurf, all Domination, all them niggas around them, whatever. Dropping mixtape after mixtape. You couldn't go nowhere without hearing no motherfucking 50 Cent G Unit mixtape. He was going so hard, that's how he got shot all up, fucking around with, Supreme them or whatever, allegedly. So, as time went by, his buzz was getting bigger, but, the industry was on some blackball shit, because Ja Rule and Murder Inc. them was hating on him and whatever, because of what he was, doing to them and on the music, and they felt like when he got in the game, he was gonna fuck it up for them. So, I remember his first big, hit that he was gonna get, they got him fucked over on, It was a track with J-Lo or whatever. He was on it with J-Lo. All of a sudden, they kicked him off of it and put Nas on it. That's how him and Nas beat. That's how they fell out. That's how it started, whatever. So 50, he just started just focusing more and more on Murder Inc., and he felt like they was affiliated with the shooting and all that shit, whatever, or helping the people that, shot him, whatever. He got it again, he dropped Get Rich or Die Trying. Everybody said Get Rich or Die Trying was like his best shit. To me, nah, that's when he started falling off. Now I'm just talking about 50 himself, I ain't talking about G on him. Shit, Banks was still buzzing all over the place. Banks was ripping shit apart. He was a punchline king. Nobody couldn't tell me nothing, or nobody else nothing about Banks, or whatever. So, once he dropped Get Rich or Die Trying, that shit sold 10 million. The world was rocking with him. 50 was that nigga, Everybody was rocking with him. He fucked around with the Get Rich or Die Trying, and that's when he started changing up. Like, he started changing up, trying to treat his niggas like toy soldiers or whatever. That's when you seen niggas like Bang, Smurf, and all them disappear, whatever. And 50 kind of, kept the niggas that, was gonna kiss ass or whatever. And he started moving in that way too. So it was kind of like, damn, it was all getting crazy, whatever. Banks dropped his shit, That Hunger for More. That Hunger for More, man, that shit did great, Wasn't the best album, Banks wasn't never the best with making albums. I ain't gonna even lie, Banks was always the best with the lyrics. 50 was always the best with the hooks. Yayo was always the best with the background shit, the ad-libs and, the hype, man. That's how G Unit always worked out. So, after that, Buck came into the picture. Yayo went to jail. That's why they were trying to say that 50 replaced Yayo with Buck, or Buck replaced whatever. You know what I'm saying? Buck came out, he did good numbers. They all dropping hot mixtapes, whatever. 50, 50 was 50. 50, once you do 10 million, 50 music was falling off, but once you do 10 million, that shit gotta drop, go down. So he was still doing good numbers, but 50 went from like 10 million to like 4 million. It's from like one album to 2 albums, so that was kind of like, that was horrible, but whatever. They kept moving and they started adding niggas. More and more niggas started coming around, whatever. Then you got the Maces, you got the fucking Mob Deeps, you got the M.O.Ps, Spider Lope, the Game, all these different movements. Game came after Buck, whatever. Game came in that bitch. Once Game came, he motherfucking sold damn near as much as 50. 50 ain't like that shit on the low, because 50 arrogant as shit. You know what I'm saying? But he tried to make it out to be that he kicked Game out the group, cause he ain't jumping to Jadakiss, Fat Joe beef and shit like that. And the Game tried to make it, to be like he got kicked out the group because of the whole Fat Joe Jadakiss thing. But the real thing is both of them niggas arrogant as fuck. Game wanted to look for a reason to get up out of there anyways. 50 wanted him up out of there too because 50 ain't want him motherfucking, he didn't want nobody selling as close as him. I mean, that's just how most of the artists work in the industry anyways. Ross the only one that don't really sweat that shit, whatever. Which is something I never understood because all the bread come to one pot. But at the same time, I guess niggas don't want niggas to get bigger than them or whatever. So, you know, Game and 50, they got into their little beef or whatever. Shots fired at the radio station. All these motherfucking diss records, fights, and all this crazy shit went down. Niggas died behind that shit. Whatever. Motherfucking Game just start releasing motherfucking mixtapes after mixtapes just named after them niggas, dissing them niggas. Everybody always knew Game was the most lyricist over there. That's the biggest shit. I ain't gonna even lie. Niggas argue all they want to. I ain't from the West Coast, I'm from the South. But Game was better than Banks. Game was better than Buck. And we all know them niggas was better than 50. So, it is what it is. So Game Up, I can pretty much destroy G-Unit. Whatever. That's when Spider Loc came into play. We all know 50 only motherfucking brought Spider Loc on to go out the game. That's just how shit work in the industry. Niggas will bring you in just to do shit and act like that's not what they brought you in for. But that's why he brought Spider Loc into the shit. Spider Loc sounded way too West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Game was like that nigga for the West Coast as far as for G-Unit. So I knew from the beginning Spider Loc wasn't gonna never be the official G-Unit nigga. He was way too West Coast. I fucked with Spider Loc. Spider Loc was that nigga though. All that most Easty shit, all that SPI shit, I was fucking with that shit heavy, man. But, you know, Spider Loc talking about how Buck told him 50 was gonna hold his album back for a year way later and all that. I mean, shit, you knew what was gonna happen, man. Come on, let's be for real, man. And then at the same time, you know, Buck was on that kiss ass shit because this is around the time when that fucking phone conversation got dropped, which I ain't even speak on, but you know, the phone conversation came out with Buck crying, 50 recorded it and put it out for niggas to hear it and shit. Kind of destroyed their motherfucking relationship. Whatever. So, you felt like Buck did some snake shit to you, but you should have known it already. Everybody on G-Unit was on that Kiss 50 ass shit. You know that even you was doing it. That's why you put your life on the line when you was going that game in the Bloods and you a Crip, nigga. So let's be for real with that one. Let's speak on Buck, cause I ain't even speak on Buck. Buck running around this motherfucker. Buck was running around just doing all kind of crazy shit, spending all kind of money, just, you know, wasting money that ain't make no sense. Then got into his problem with the taxes and all that shit. Him and 50 went seeing eye to eye, so he started coming out publicly saying shit while he was still signed to the label. And next thing you know, that conversation came out. And I think the reason why 50 even released that conversation, because he was trying to jump in front of this because he fucked up with the Game situation. If he would have did certain things with the Game wouldn't have been able to do what he did to end them. So he tried to get a head start with Buck. But I felt like Buck was the wrong nigga for him to do it too, because Buck is a loyal nigga. He always been the same nigga since day one. He just do a lot of dumb shit. But there's always gonna be that dumb nigga, you know, in the crew. But you know, Buck went on his way. I don't know, I forgot what happened with this situation. I think 50 kicked him out again. That's how 50 right, kicked him out the group up when they did this thing. You start seeing him run around with Game and all that shit. In the background, Banks and 50 was going through it too. Banks just wasn't seeing eye to eye with shit. You know, he always on the low wanted to do his own thing. He just didn't know how to say it, because, you know, he really from Queens. He really from where 50 from, and, you know, 50 got the bag, so niggas stick around. We know Yayo position. Yayo, he 50 ride or die, you know what I'm saying? He the one that's 50 slick puller, you know? Pretty much. That's just how I can sum that up. So shit went on, man, and after Spider Loc, man, it was pretty much, you got Mace come out, Mason never made no sense to me. I ain't never understand why he was on G Unit, but he was spitting, but he came, trying to eat off of the same old shit that G Unit do, beefing. Came fucking with Dipset. Came fucking with Loon. Came fucking with a few others. Loon bit his head off, went out to 52. Loon wasn't playing with them niggas, man. Like, for real, Loon wasn't playing. Then M.O.P. Now, the M.O.P, I'm kind of 50-50 with that whole situation, because M.O.P D, for one, they had their own lane, man. Them niggas is like them icons right there. They ain't have to, I felt like they was stepping down, signing the G Unit. And as far as 50 go, I felt like he was just doing it to have some icons under his belt. He talking about that was his favorite group or whatever. Yeah, that's probably true. But I think he was just doing it too to just, to shine on his enemies. And then you had Prodigy. Prodigy just changed up all the way. He just started doing, crazy shit, riding around with the vest, splurging all his money on the jewelry game, and all that shit, having the guns. He always kept the guns with him, but he was moving a little bit more reckless, dissing niggas. That was never Prodigy and all that. So he was doing that. Fuck around and got knocked off and went to prison. That kind of put Mobb Deep at, that kind of ended that whole Mobb Deep thing with G Unit. They dropped their one album. It didn't really do that good because everybody know Thoughts of a Predicate Felon was the end. That was the last ride for G Unit. The last platinum album. The last, Fire album. They dropped more Fire albums later, but we talking about back to back. That was the last one. Mobb Deep came right after that. So, they had to ride that wave because they were supposed to be the ones that brought the life back to G Unit. But, Mobb Deep already only sold so much. So, it was crazy. The M.O.P situation never made no sense to me either. Like, that just ain't make no sense. I'll just leave that right there. That ain't make no fucking sense. P came home, Prodigy came home from jail, and he was moving different. They left ways with G Unit. It was no kickoff thing. They departed. They went in ways. They did their thing. Whatever. But I felt like Havoc never really wanted to stay there that long, anyways. Havoc ain't had the same relationship with 50 as Prodigy did. Prodigy was doing that, the kiss ass shit. God bless his soul. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just being 100. So. After that, they just had a little shit going on. Or we could speak on Olivia too. Olivia, she did her thing when she was there. My honest opinion on Olivia, I don't think 50 was ready to be motherfucking out here trying to have an R&B artist. There was too many niggas over there. He was too busy in trying to do the group thing, trying to do his solo thing, making video games, vitamin water, all the shit 50 was into at this time. I just think he was too busy, he couldn't lock in. He was trying to make her part of a rap group when she was a real R&B singer for real. So I think that's what the case was with Olivia. So after that, they came back with the reunion. Kid came into the equation or whatever. The songs was hot. They was doing good, whatever. And then you seen the shit die down. You could tell Buck and Kid was kind of the leaders of G Unit because Banks and Yayo, they really wasn't doing much. 50 was always busy. And shit, them niggas was working together. Them niggas was always putting out shit, They was doing the most, And Banks, he dropped his shit, but he dropped it so damn quiet that nobody don't really notice until like months and months after. So by then, nobody don't want to listen, especially nowadays. Shit come out so fast and shit, go. So with that being said, now they back just sitting. I don't know. And Kid, he throwing out mixed signals. One day he getting questioned by fans and answering crazy. The next day he representing the unit. I done seen this happen before. Y'all done seen this happen before. Buck running around. Buck just did a concert with Rick Ross. Yeah, was kind of taking little light shots. 50 probably felt away about that, but shit, it don't even matter, man. It's the unit, man. And I see y'all niggas in my comment section, y'all talking about kid this and buck that. Listen, I understand all that. Like I said, 50 be on his shows. Yeah, I know he just dropped this little song with Jeremiah, but who the fuck listening to it? Other than y'all. Come on, man. 50 be busy doing his little TV shows. He drop his music every now and then. He a mogul, so it's gonna always get noticed. But ain't nobody really rocking with that shit. G Unit pretty much got to kick back and just try to build that name up because they not doing nothing extra. Let's see how this Uncle Murder thing work out. I think Uncle Murder is a good, person to add to the unit. I just feel like it's a little too late. I wish he would have got with the unit when 50 first approached him about it. But, back then niggas was too cool to sign to the unit. Niggas was taking shots at 50, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But, it's a different day. Let's see how this shit go. Let's see how this Lenny Grant thing work. And we gonna move from there. Y'all niggas comment, watch, like, subscribe. Do all that good shit, man. HEH TV, DJ Gutter signing out.